What's up, guys? Jake here, get maximum stay, people know I'm the public, the Korea fucking dating game, whatever. I'm just going back, I'm doing all the Eunji shit I missed, because I fucking love Eunji, and we're just gonna get that ending. So let's go. I don't think I went to, Yankado, so we're gonna do that shit now. This island just outside the center of the city looks promising. It's called Yankado? How about we go there for the day? Looks like I'll be the one taking you out then. Dress comfortably and bring your phone and wallet. If we're lucky, we may get a whole day of games. My phone? Anyway, games. What kind of games? Will we get to participate? Yeah, I hope they have Mario Kart. I'm afraid not. You'll only be spectators. Yankado's home to a 30,000-seat multi-purpose stadium. Well, I mean, that's fine too. What are we going to be watching? Baseball? Basketball? Original leader forbid we host Americanized sports at one of our beloved stadiums. But isn't the glorious leader a huge basketball fan? We all have our faults. But we'll be watching the world's game at Yankado Stadium. You don't mean football. Oh, really? Football? I played back in high school. Oh, I didn't know you guys liked football here. Are you doing like the American thing where you're an idiot and use the wrong football? Oh, the touchdowns, the quarterback sacks, the excitement. Yeah, you're talking about the wrong football. Touchdown. I'm talking about the most glorious game ever invented. You don't mean soccer, right? Now you've done it. Turning back to Eunji, it appears everything in her body from her teeth to her fists are clenched in anger for some reason. Uh-oh. What did you say? Look, I don't hate soccer or anything, but if I wanted to watch overpaid guys fake injuries, I'd rather, You did it again. I did what? Whoa. Eunji's grabbed me by the collar and is barking in my face. I hope she's literally barking. Alyssa Man would have crapped his pants by now, or humidified his silkies. Is that a fancy way of saying pissed your pants? Call the greatest game on earth soccer one more time, and you'll be drinking your kimchi through a straw. Whoa, okay, calm down there, Eunj. We call it soccer in America because we have a different manly sport called football. Well, I mean, there was that one guy who called it European kickball, but that never caught on, because that's a retarded fucking name. I am well aware of your country's particularly bad habit of bastardizing football and thinking your form of it is superior. By the time you leave this country, you will never utter the word soccer again. This I swear. It's because she's gonna cut out my fucking tongue. You know, I'm starting to think this is a bad idea. Eunji, be nicer. Remember, part of your low citizen scores were due to bad social interaction. There's a chance to improve on those and learn how to act around boys. Don't say that out loud, as if I'd want to interact with stupid boys. So I'm the guinea pig then. A cute guinea pig, though. Cute? Now you're just making fun of me. Obviously, I'm not cute. Speak for yourself, Jong. It's not like I feel that way too, stupid. You never were a good liar, Eunji. It's okay to tell him he's handsome. Americans are vain in that way. He'll appreciate it even if you didn't mean it. Even though you do. Thanks? We can discuss your relative attractiveness some other time. Right now, we need to head over to Yankado. Roger that. Let me grab my things and we can head out. You will want to change your shirt to something with red or white in it. Those are the colors of the home club there. If you don't have something, we'll get you a shirt along the way. Oh, it's not okay to wear what I already have on? Of course not. Spectators of the home team must wear their colors. Anything else would be anything less would not be a true display of unity. Oh, bummer. I was just about to change to my American flag shirt. Oh, they definitely did not let you keep that. That's a funny joke. An awkward silence washes over the room. Neither of them seems to be laughing. That was a joke. I want you to know this. Just hurry up and change already. You're wasting time. At this rate, we won't get a very good seat for the first match. Got it. Hurrying up, oh mighty soccer snob. It's like I want to die. I leap and run to the bedroom before Eunji can say or do anything at my light jest. I'm finding it's kind of fun and a little scary to push her buttons some. Checking my suitcase, it looks like I didn't pack any red or white shirts. I did pack a red windbreaker. I guess I could zip that up and blend in. Hope it doesn't get too hot, but at least if it rains, I'm covered. Grab my wallet and rather poor excuse for a passable cell phone, I make my way back out. I pretty much expected her to be fuming just a little bit. I didn't expect it to be so cute, though, especially the way her nose wrinkles. Oh, death, how I yearn for your sweet embrace. Don't make fun of me! Out of the corner of my eye, I can see Jung giggle a little bit. You seem immune to my sister's charm. She certainly manages to frighten the soldiers around her, though. I can't help they're pathetic wimps who can't handle me. Not many men can handle Eunji. Let's get going. The driver is waiting for us. Before I can say anything more, Eunji's grabbed my hand and is dragging me out the fucking doorway. Fortunately, it's not long of a walk to the car. The driver's waiting, and he raises his eyebrows just a little at the sight of Eunji leading me by the hand. I swear I think I heard him mutter, "Whipped already," under his breath. Shut up, I don't need your judgment. Get out of here, guy. Quickly get in, driver, to Yangdong right away. Yeah, I'm not Yangdong, Yangkado. I forgot the name of the place. The driver nods and gets in. The car fires up, or sputters, whatever, and we're on our way. Not long after, the partition between the front seat and the back seat drops, allowing me to view the drive, such as it is. I had no idea how horrible the roads are here. We're practically driving on bare rock garden. It's bumpy as hell, too. My head's bobbing like I'm at a metal concert. I apologize for the bumpy ride. We are slated to get some paving sometime in the near future. Well, that's good. Why the jacket? I don't think it's gonna get cold. In fact, I think it'll likely get hot. Truth is, it's the only thing close to red or white shirt I brought with me. Mostly in case it rained. I guess if it gets hot, I could look around and buy a t-shirt or a jersey or something. We can likely find you a suitable t-shirt, but no one but official players may wear team jerseys. It's almost like blasphemy. Really? In America, people wear team jerseys all the time. Sounds like a silly place. People who aren't on the team wearing the team's uniform? I mean, speaking of uniforms, I just noticed something. Why are you wearing yours? I thought we were all supposed to wear red or white, and you're decked out for a parade. That's because I'm supporting the team through solidarity. My team is the April 25th Sports Club, which belongs to the People's Army. Doesn't everyone belong to the People's Army? Since you're not part of our army, you just need to wear their team colors. Okay, I guess I understand. Did you ever play football? Did you ever play football? No, there was never enough interest in a women's football club. I ended up on the volleyball team a couple times. I can see that. You certainly have the build for volleyball. What do you think you're saying? You just look like a volleyball player? You know, some people just look like they belong in a certain sport when you see them. I see you, and I think volleyball. Ah, I see! Like how you'd make a good sumo wrestler. Bitch, I don't need this. Yeah, exactly. Okay, I see how it is. I see how this is gonna be. You know, maybe I was gonna say you have the legs for volleyball, but I bet you just like shouting "Spike" during the game. Wait, do you mean to tell me you've been staring at my legs? Dude, it's not my fault your uniforms are basically miniskirts. Why the hell are your uniforms so short anyways? Fabric shortage. We all have to make sacrifices. Right, and next you're gonna tell me the male soldiers just wear booty shorts? Of course not. They are, as you say it, commandos. Is that right? Note to self, do not stand too close to Korean military guys. Anyway, I'm just saying you have the body type of a volleyball player. That's all. Don't read too much into it. It's probably a compliment. Americans have odd ways of complimenting people. Better shift the subject before she combats me over that one, too. So who's playing today? Korea. The main event features April 25th in a friendship game against Urchman FC from Mongolia. Before that will be a ceremony featuring performances to honor the Workers' Party. Leading off the event are two DPR Korea League games. King Wancha Sports Club will play against Armagang Sports Club to start, and that will be followed by Rimyongsu Sports Club against Pyongyang City Sports Club. That's a lot of football. That's a lot of football for one day. It's a celebration of a prestigious historical event from the Workers' Party. As a result, they want to make a whole day of it. You should be thankful. We'll have hours of entertaining football as well as musical performances. So what event's being celebrated? Workers' Party secret. I can't tell you. Really? Can't or won't? Yeah. You know, I think you don't know and all you care about is nonstop football. So perceptive and such a sharp tongue. You should give it something better to do. Eunji, are you coming on to me? What the fuck is this? Wait, did Eunji just make a... Before I can finish my thought, Eunji just shoved a sour lollipop in my mouth. What a twist! What a weird twist! Oh god, what the fuck, dude? Why'd you do that? And why on earth are you just carrying around lollipops? To give your tongue something better to do. Okay, that's not what most people mean when they say that, but sure, why not? You seem disappointed by this. And because I like candy. I'm sweet like that. Good one, Eunji. Sweet isn't the exact word I would use, but... You know, Eunji might know far more English than she led me to believe. So, how long till we get to the stadium? Not too much further. We're getting close to the Yanggak Bridge. If you look out that way, you can see the Yankado International Hotel. It's the second largest building in Korea, and many tourists stay there. I don't believe you. How many tourists could there possibly be? It features a revolving restaurant on the 47th floor, as well as various entertainment venues in the basement. Nearby is the Pyongyang International Cinema Hall, which hosts the Pyongyang International Film Festival every 2 years. God, say the word Pyongyang a few more times, please. A film festival? That sounds neat. When's the next one slated for? It's actually later this year, but unfortunately it's not during your visit. A shame. Our glorious leader's graciously been allowing more Western films to be shown. Well, that's good, right? Your students would be able to learn from some of the films being made by the West. She raised her eyebrow and scoffs at me. You have it backwards, Yankee. Glorious leader graciously brings in Western films he thinks has potential, and then he personally edits them so the product is even better. He edits them? You mean the scripts, right? No, he takes a physical copy of the movie and makes his ingenious edits. Only then is it fit to be shown at our film festival and around the world. I even have a picture of me at one of the Korean premieres from last year. It's in my bag. She starts running through her purse and presents to me a Polaroid photo. It's a first standing next to a movie poster for what should be the popular superhero movie General America. Don't think that's real, but fine. Except he's had the North Korean flag poorly edited onto his uniform. Oh god, no. Oh, and this next one, it looks like they even added terrible CGI into the original Star Battles fit. No, wait, that was our fault. Thanks, George Lucas. Way to make those movies even better. These posters look familiar, but they've been altered, and badly at that. I've seen better edits in Micro Hard Painter. Really? Is this what we're gonna do this whole game? Fuck you. Well, of course it was altered. Glorious Leader edited the film and then had the posters changed accordingly. This is so wrong on so many levels. Next thing you know, oh god help me. Last photo is set of the Titanic ship. Looks like someone edited an American submarine launching torpedoes towards it. These certainly add a new perspective to my favorite movies. Of course they do. Glorious Leader himself oversees all the production. Hey, wait, didn't the Glorious Leader's father kidnap some South Korean director to make movies for him? He did, that's actually real, that's a thing that happened. Eunji starts to get flushed and her mouth twists into a frown. Of course not, he came here willingly. Oh, is that why he escaped when he was Vienna then? No, it was, driver, go faster! Eunji kicks the seat. It's always funny to make her fret, but one of these days she's probably gonna stab me. I should probably be more careful. Well, enough of ruining my favorite films. You look really good in those photos. I think that's the first time I've seen you out of your uniform. What? What? Is she naked in these photos? What? Why are you complimenting me all of a sudden? Tactical retreat. Anyway, it really looks nice. That's not appropriate. Just what sort of girl do you think I am? One who looks pretty? I don't know. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. So many options. This is so tough. I mean, this one's a mathematical proof of what she is, so let's hit that. Clearly, you're a refined, sophisticated young lady of high moral standing. Don't remember choosing that option, but fine. In North Korea, the player doesn't make the choices make the player! Or something like that, I don't know. I don't remember how that meme goes. You forgot intelligent. Anyway, you should learn how to take a compliment. No, I thought she took it well. She threatened to kill me. I look out the window and we're about to cross over the bridge onto the island. We'll be there shortly. I got a text from HQ that there'll be an intermission between the first 2 games. We can go to the revolving restaurant and get lunch there if you'd like. You might even find some souvenirs there. Sure, why not? Sounds like a plan. A few minutes later, we're pulling into the parking lot of Yanggado Stadium. Before I even step out of the car, I can feel the intense heat of the midday sun. We should be able to get decent seats for the first match if we hurry. I am already regretting my choice of wearing the jacket. I can already feel sweat dripping down my forehead. Having to go up a couple flights of stairs before isn't helping either. Is there any water around here? I'm getting pretty hot. This is a nice looking stadium though. I told you not to wear the jacket. Why didn't you listen? Because I didn't have a t-shirt in the colors you insisted on me wearing. Well, I did until you burned it, but that's neither here nor there. I can go pick us up some drinks. I don't want you to miss out on the game, dude. That's uncharacteristically thoughtful of you, but I'll go get us some water. Wow, what a sweetheart. I sit and wait while Eunji heads back into the concourse to get water. I'm really getting hot with this jacket on, but there's nothing to be done. If I take it off, Eunji will get mad I'm wearing a yellow t-shirt. So I'll be stewing in my own sweat for this game. Lovely. Yeah, thanks for that visual, dude. Here you are. I got us the maximum amount of bottles allowed. 2 each. Wow. Really living it up. She hands me a bottle of water. It seems okay. It's imported from China, so you'll be fine drinking it. Great, I'm literally dying over here. I never imagined Korea could get this hot. Why not? It's like, it's close to the equator relatively, right? I mean, I know it's North Korea, so it's not as hot as South Korea, but fuck it. As I go to drink, what sounds like a huge cheer erupts from the crowd. Love it, great editing, boys. Looking at the field, the first 2 teams have taken the pitch are walking up and warming up. However, for what sounded like a great cheer, I don't see a lot of enthusiasm from the crowd. Most are sitting and chatting or reading something. Please tell me they pipe in cheers. Recorded crowd noises? I'm sorry, come again? The crowd that erupted, it was from a recording. Everyone here is pretty much just staring at their feet. Yeah, well, the PA worker was just trying to pump the crowd up. Yeah, pump the crowd up by promoting them to cheer the teams entering. It's quite normal. They'll be starting the match soon. Care to place a wager? That seems kind of unfair. I don't know anything about the teams playing. How do I know which one of the teams doesn't have some star player? All of the players on the teams are Korean. I meant, how do I know if one of the teams has a superior player? Sounds to me like you're afraid of making a wager. You know, I don't mind betting when I have literally any idea of what I'm betting on. We aren't wagering much, just who picks up the lunch tab. Fine, you're on. Who's playing? What sport is this? King Woncha Sports Club is acting as the away team, and they're all in white uniforms. And Morkang Sports Club is the home team, and they're in the green jerseys. Anything else you can tell me about the teams? Amorkong is the team owned by the Ministry of People Security. They're usually very good and have won many league titles. King Woncha is from the city of Sinuji, and shares a border with the Chinese city Dandong. They'd started a streak of league titles in the 1990s, but haven't been as good since. So I just pick a team and you get the other, and whichever loses, that person buys lunch. Yeah, now hurry up before they kick off. Maybe King Woncha has some of those banned Chinese Olympians. Although, Morkang is owned by a government security group. This one. I'm guessing Morkang is the team to back here. A government security group owns them, so I bet they have all sorts of data on who they can get for their team. Maybe so, though usually April 25th has the best recruiting data. It's generally why they're so successful, though Amorgang is usually in the mix. No need to change my mind. Alright, Amorgang, do a free lunch. Oh yeah, that's the spirit. Don't count your chickens before they're beheaded. Don't think that's how that goes, but fine. No, that's not... Never mind, you're fine. King Woncha is one of the best young Korean players in the league. Why didn't you tell me that before I made my choice? Why didn't you ask? I'm pretty sure I did, but fine. Well played. All is fair in love, and who has to buy the kimchi? Allowed, that was the whistle, and that signifies the start of the match. Both teams are pretty good, and the match goes along evenly at first. King Woncha has a striker named Min Ji-woo, who can barely boot the ball. Surprisingly, when he scores on a hard kick from just inside the penalty arc, Eunji goes nuts. I thought you were an April 25 fan. Why so boisterous for Min Jing-woo? He's the young player I mentioned earlier. I appreciate his powerful kicks, but yeah, April 25 is my team. Maybe he can join them next year. I believe he becomes a free agent after this season. I have to admit, it's pretty cool the way Eunji gets into the game. She's almost as rabid as any college football fan, cheering, screaming at the refs, throwing things at the field. By halftime, Morkang has tied the score 1-up. Morkang has tied the score 1-up. And I think I might have sweated off half my body weight in this jacket, so yay, wins all around. I chug down my second water and wipe my brow. Still not enough. I'm melting like ice in the microwave. Just when I feel like passing out, Eunji hands me another bottle of water. Oh, Eunji, stop it! You look like you need this more than I do. Yeah, I mean, at least you're not overheating. Thanks for looking out for me, though. I appreciate that. Wait, why do you think I'm looking out for you? I can't have you dying in the middle of the stands. It would cause an international incident. So I'm doing it for the glorious leader's sake, not yours. So stop talking about it already. Eunji always gets so defensive. I smile at her anyway. The game resumes for the second half a few minutes later. Gang fights valiantly, but Minji Woo sneaks the ball on the outside past the defenders and buries a shot in the far corner of the net with 8 minutes left. What a badass. A bit later, the match is over, with King Wancha victorious at 2-1. Fuck! I picked the wrong team. It would appear a certain American owes their date a free lunch. No need to rub it in, I'll gladly pay my wager. Let's go. I'd like to see if we can get you a shirt before we eat. You look stupid hot over there. Oh, Eunji, stop it. Oh, so I'm stupid hot now, huh? Shut up, stupid. You're too easy to mess with. Come on, let's go. Let's get out of here. We head out and meet the driver, and we're off to the International Hotel. This place is nice. It doesn't take long to get there. There's barely any cars on the road. Once there, we head to the gift shop and poke around for a t-shirt. They do not have t-shirts here. My wandering eyes notice a book display, and I can't resist heading to it. The small section has headers like a typical bookstore. Fiction, non-fiction, autobiography. Glancing at the titles, they might as well all be marked as propaganda. Sunrise Leader, from poverty to people's champion. Crush the invaders, how neoclassical leader destroyed the American army. The amorous adventures of Liberator Leader. Yeah, let's go look for a t-shirt. There's a rack of t-shirts over there we can look through. I walk over to check out the selection. There's not much to speak of. Most are plain and not my size. After a few minutes, I finally find a red t-shirt with 4.25 in white on it. Okay, that's good enough. It's actually a little big on me, but it's better than wearing a windbreaker. I guess this one will work. Very nice. It's an official t-shirt of April 25. I approve. I purchased it for a relatively reasonable price, I think, and go change into it, wrapping my jacket around my waist by the sleeves. We take the elevator to the revolving restaurant. I noticed that, for some reason, the buttons on the elevator skip from floor 4 to floor 6. Hey, why does the elevator not have a button for floor 5? Unlucky number, so we skipped over it. That's a new one. I've heard of the number 13 being unlucky, but never 5. I'm not sure, but that's why there's no 5th floor. Well, that was a weird detail to include, but fine. Dude, this place is swank as fuck. When we get to the floor with the revolving restaurant, we're immediately led to a table. The menu's fairly extensive, offering a variety of Korean dishes. What would you say I should order here? I recommend the Korean food. Thanks, that's great. No need for sarcasm. I just meant that I wanted to know what was good on their menu, dude. The cold buckwheat noodles are good. They come topped with vegetables, pork, and some word I can't pronounce. The barbecued meats are usually good, but stay away from the dog meat. Done. Don't even need to tell me that. So that's not just a myth, and dog is actually served in Korea. Meat is meat, be it from a cow, dog, or horse. And a person? The sanctions aren't that bad. I think I'll stick to the kimchi and the buckwheat noodles. As you wish. The waiter comes and takes our order. Eunji must be hungry as she orders barbecue chicken. I hope it's chicken anyways, you know, fingers crossed. Before long, her order arrives and we settle in to eat. Oh, look at how adorable she is! How does it taste? Is it any good? Thinking about it, I've had far better, but it's certainly plentiful. It sort of makes me feel guilty though, considering the lack of food I've seen. It's good, though the kimchi you made for me was far better. You liked my kimchi that much? You flatter me. My kimchi can't compare to the 5-star cuisine you're eating now, so please don't even say such things. Didn't I tell you to learn how to take a compliment? I'm sorry, well, I'm not used to people complimenting me. Lunch continues as we converse over a few different things. Once you get to know her, you're just not so hard to talk with, though she does still get bashful at compliments. Before long, I've noticed we stayed into the second game. You know, dude, I think we're missing the second game, Eunji. Not that I mind. Talking here with you is far more enjoyable than watching football. Let's head back then, so we don't miss April 25's game. Great, more football. This is what I wanted. Finishing up, we head back to the car and go to the stadium. We get there just as the second half starts, not that it matters. Pyongyang Sports Club is already up 6-0 by the time we find our seats again. With such a lopsided score, the refs seem to have swallowed their whistles and the game goes by faster with barely any stoppage by time. In the end, Pyongyang SC beats Rimsong U 9-0. Damn, fucking slaughter, dude. As the teams leave the field, the PA guy gets on the horn with information.
Please stay seated. In 10 minutes, we will have a performance by the #1 Korean idol, Park Ri-byu.
Really? They managed to get her on the schedule for this? This is wonderful. I mean, is she that good? I've never heard of her. Her songs are all over True Korea, though we haven't really exposed her music to the West yet. I'm sure it's only a matter of time before she tops your musical videographic televisions. I do not have the heart to tell her how wrong that statement was. Beyond the fact that the channel hasn't shown music videos since the 1990s, that is. Well, I'll look forward to it then. A few minutes later, a makeshift set has been put up and the idol's been brought out. She's cute and decked out in obvious Korean attire, complete with a Glorious Leader t-shirt. The music kicks in and it's definitely rough. The sound quality is like something out of an old phonograph. And when her cue comes, Park Ri-byu starts singing. 99 Soviet balloons floating in the Korean sky. Wow, she killed it. Another splendid hit song penned by the Glorious Leader. Dude, this song is basically as old as the guy. I mean, this was a huge hit, you know, in Germany in 1983. What, did he write it as a baby in German? Oh god, the singer's even wearing the same jacket from the original music video. I don't know why you keep doubting Glorious Leader's songwriting ability. There's no way he'd borrow a song from the West for our idols. Well, she's a pretty... singer. I guess they say copying is the biggest form of flattery. Although I wouldn't exactly call this rendition flattering. If they could update the sound equipment, she might just sell in the States. I suppose a goodwill tour by her would be good for the world. Don't know why I didn't say that in a voice. I suppose a goodwill tour by her would be good for the world. It might brighten the spirits of others to see the top Korean idol perform. I just nod and smile. I don't think she actually knows the rest of the world's been leaving Korea behind. For decades, it appears from the look of their pop idol. Park Ri-byu performs 3 more songs, all covers of popular 80s songs, before finishing her set. To her credit, she does have the audience eating from the palm of her hand. Although half these people look hungry enough to eat from my hand too. Or just eat my hand if Eunji wasn't here. When she bows, I feel like I hear the crowd cheering in earnest for the first time. Time for the main event then. You said this was a friendly, right? Yeah, April 25 is hosting Urchim FC from Mongolia in a friendship game. I don't know the level of the competition, but April 25 is a premier rated team, so what's your bet? After my last crushing defeat, maybe we should just enjoy watching this. Fair enough. Well, I guess we don't get to watch it though. Looks like the first match of the day was the best of the lot. April 25 is clearly the better team on the field, scoring 3 goals in the first 10 minutes, wow. By halftime, it's 5-1, and April 25 has already sent in substitutes to lessen the damage. Guess this match is pretty much settled then. Yeah, but I'd like to stay and watch it until the end. I don't get to see many football matches with my work in the military. It's really nice to get out and... I've had a nice time with you. Hey, yo, I've had fun too. So sure, yeah, let's stay and finish watching the curb stomp. The second half seems to fly by as April 25 decimates the Mongolian visitors. Once the score settles at 8-2 for the finale, we walk back to the car. It's starting to get dark, and Eunji yawns as we sit down to go home. Feeling tired? A little. You wouldn't mind if I took a nap, would you? Not at all. Go for it, dude. A few minutes later, and she's nodded off. A few more minutes later, and she's nuzzled her sleeping head on my shoulder. On one hand, it's nice. On the other hand, she starts drooling. I mean, a guy could have a worse day. Oh, I feel my eyelids getting heavy as well. We are here at the world's most adorable map, complete with little hearts and notes about the best Korea and everywhere else in the world is evil. So let's decide where we want to go. Ooh, this one promises bikini sprites. That sounds pretty good to me. Let's go there. Yeah, what's up, ladies? Looking over the map, a coastal area on the east side of the peninsula has been circled in red ink. Also, in the code, it looks like someone added / bikini sprites here. When you say code, are we being like meta like the game code? Almost certainly / would be a comment. So, alright then, that sounds good to me. Let's go there. And I mean, who am I to argue with the unseen hand of fate beckoning me along? It looks like this might be a hole, but Wonsan looks like it'd be a cool place to go. There's usually lots to do at the beach, right? I swear, if I ever found out who wrote that comment about the bikini in the code, he's gonna be in the gulag for a month. Well, I'm not taking you there. Just forget it and pick somewhere else. Oh, and here I was hoping to split watermelons while Jung had me help her with her sunscreen. Do you think you could take me then, Jung? Of course, it would be my pleasure. Well, it's settled then. I'll go grab something to wear on the beach and we'll get the driver over. Oh, no you don't. Nothing is settled, you hear me? You get your scrawny butt back here. And you, sister, don't you even think about trying to edge in on my date. Wait, are these two actually sisters? They don't, I guess they look a little bit alike. Like in the face area, they've got pointy chins, but that's about it, yeah? Yeah, you want to go with me alone, right, Jake? Now, sister, it's not my fault Jake wants to. Whoa, do not put the blame on me. You are the one who flipped out when I suggested going to Wonsan, Eunji. You are goosing the question. Not sure that's something anyone has ever said. Presumably, she means ducking the question, which is kind of close. It's a bird animal, kinda, I guess. That's it. We're going. Get your bathing suit and meet me in the car. But you just said you wouldn't go there. I changed my mind. As the American says, nata appa or shata appa. Right. Okay. I know for a fact I did not teach her that. Eunji starts to head back to her room when Jung calls out. Don't forget your bikini. I am not wearing one. He can swim if he wants to. He can leave his friends behind, because his friends don't wear bikinis, and if his friends don't wear bikinis, well, no friends of his. Anyways, I'll just wait on the beach. Dude, but it wouldn't really be that fun a date if I'm the only one swimming. Just go ahead and wear some shorts or a one piece if you're nervous. You should still swim, though. I mean, I don't know how she would wear one piece. I know it's like a long manga, but like, the paper would just dissolve in the water, right? That doesn't make a lot of sense. That won't do! The code clearly calls for bikini sprites. Glorious Leader has written it into the code himself, so she must wear a bikini. I'm not 100% sure, but I feel like Kim Jong-un didn't actually code this game? That's just a guess, though. Maybe he did. No offense, Mr. Un. Fine. It can't be helped if the Glorious Leader has instructed me to wear one. Good! You need some sun anyway, sister. Well, I'm gonna go grab my stuff so we can head out. I'll pack some snacks for the ride! Eunji needs to get ready too. It might take her a few minutes to dig out her bikini from the mess she calls her room. Really? Her room's a mess? The girl who has not taken off her suit and tie since I got here? That seems a little unlikely. Jung laughs as she leaves the room. Hey, I pick up all my things once a month, whether I need to or not. How in the world does your room get so messy when this country barely allows any consumer goods over the border? All Koreans have access to bountiful supplies of You and I both know that's not true, dude. What happened to everyone is equal, you know, communism and shit? Everyone here is equal. Some are just, you know, a little more equal than others. Perfect. That makes perfect sense. I love it. Anyway, it's a fairly lengthy drive to Wonsan, so we need to hurry. Dude, don't forget your bikini. I know I won't forget mine. She's probably stewing over that one. She's so adorable when she's annoyed, which is literally always. Guess I'd best go get my swim trunks and get moving. I really hate the fact my new phone was confiscated. There's no way I'll be able to get anything better than some 1970s KGB spy photo level photos with this dinosaur of a phone. I'm still surprised it even takes color photos. Oh, dude, it takes color photos. Look at that. I thought it would take like those shitty, like calculator drawing photos, you know, from like the 80s. Well, nothing I can do now. Off I go. Why must you take so long getting ready? Dude, I was gone like 5 minutes. How is that taking a long time? Do you know what could happen in those extra 2 minutes you took staring at yourself in the mirror? We could be bombed or something. I'm certain a lot of things could happen. but I'm not super duper sure why that matters. It matters because we could have already been in the car and gone 2 minutes ago. I mean, sure, but we also could have been in the car these past 2 minutes you took lecturing me on supposedly taking too long to get ready. So, like, I think we're both in the wrong here. There's that annoying attention to facts again. Let's just get going already, stupid. She's so sweet.
Before I can reply, Eunji's already grabbed my hand and is dragging me out the front door.
Ah, the car. That we can't see out of despite all the windows.
And just like that, we're already in the car and on the road.
I can't tell if you dragged me by the hand because you love me or you hate me. Oh, please. I heard your heart beat faster the instant I grabbed it. Okay, a few notes there. First of all, wow, you have, like, really good hearing. 2, that doesn't change the question, because we're not talking about me here, we're talking about you, dude. So quit complaining like you don't enjoy it. Who said I was complaining?
Eunji gets close to my face while she frowns.
Wow, that is some aggressive frowning right there. You sure sounded like you were complaining with that nonsense question. Ah, earthquake.
Suddenly, the car strikes a pothole and Eunji falls into me. And in perfectly awkward fashion, her lips smack on mine.
You did that on purpose, didn't you? Yeah, you fucking caught me. I called up the driver and was like, hey, make sure you hit a giant pothole so Eunji falls on my mouth. That was all part of my plan. You caught me. No, it was. That impromptu makeout session was. That was all due to the terrible conditions of your country's roads. Yeah, A likely excuse. You just wanted to steal my first kiss, didn't you? How would I even know that would be your first kiss? And I mean, not to like, I don't know, whatever the opposite of slut shame is, virgin shame, but you're like, you gotta be like in your 20s, right? Or something close to there, right? Like, how was that your first kiss? I mean, no, again, no judgment. This is a judgment-free zone. I'm just surprised a girl who looks like you would not have made out with any hunky boys yet. You know what I'm saying? Well, you used some of your mystical protagonist powers, didn't you? Fucking busted, dude. This game is so meta. What in the hell are you rambling about? I don't even know anymore. All I know is you stole my first kiss. How will you make it up to me? I literally don't know. Make it up to you? I mean, are you serious? You're the one who fell onto me. So I guess you could say this was your fault, yeah. Well, it doesn't count. You hear me? I'll deny it if anyone asks. And people ask all the time about whether or not I made out with you. So, like, I'm gonna deny it. Sure, okay. But deep down, you'll always know you kinda liked it.
I wink at her, hoping to make Eunji stew in anger a little bit more.
I am going to kill you and feed you to the kumiho. I don't know what a kumiho is, but it sounds bad. Kumio? What's a kumio? A kumio? It's a sinister fox that can turn into a beautiful woman and eats the hearts of men, especially protagonists. That is oddly specific, but does not bode well for me, does it? So, a beautiful woman who kills men. I guess you're gonna have some competition then. Ugh, just shut up and scoot over some. I want to take a nap. It's gonna be a long ride. Say please. Please? Well, I mean, since you said please, get some rest.
I scoot over to the side of the seat, and before I can say anything, Eunji's already plopped her head in my lap.
I mean, that's a little forward, dude, but fine. Oh, hey, Jake, mind if I use your lap for a pillow?
Oh, no, of course, go right ahead. Thank you for asking.
Oh, hush already. You stole my first kiss from me, so you owe me this much. Do I now? Are you sure this is enough? It's fine.
I pat her head softly as she smiles.
You like that? I don't hate it or anything.
A few minutes later, Eunji dozes off in my lap.
What am I gonna do with you, Eunji?
I keep stroking her hair and feel my own eyes getting heavier as the car rolls along the surprisingly well-paved road. And then I blacked out.
But for real this time, that one's canon, not just that stupid shit I say every time the screen goes black. Wake up, sleepy pants! We're in Wonsan. Time to go on our date.
She seems pretty happy. That's unusual.
Great, so what do we do first? It's pretty hot out already. How about we go to the beach first? I thought we came to the beach. What else would we do? We can see the rest of the town after. Maybe visit a shrine or look at some shops. Sounds like a plan, dude. Let's hit the beach.
Eunji giggles. Wait, giggles? Is that right? That totally doesn't match her personality. I need to have a serious talk with whomever is in charge here.
Are you coming with me, or are you planning to stay in the car the whole time? I mean, I'm just gonna stay in here and play my DS, you know what I mean? And miss out on some ham-fisted beach episode? No way. Well, let's get changed then. Understood. Lead the way, Captain.
I don't even need to offer out my hand, as she's already grabbed it and is taking me over to a small hut just off the shoreline. Maybe calling it a hut is a bit much. It's more like an outhouse. Worse, there's only one, so we're going one at a time.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Let's not rule out changing both at the same time, you know what I mean? That could be fun. You know, we're in a rush, right? Weasel, weasel, weasel.
Wait, why are we both just standing outside of it?
Well, what are you waiting for? I was waiting on you, dude. Ladies first and all that. Would you mind going first? Whoa, wait a minute. After all that bravado about the glorious leader and dragging me to the beach, you're scared to go put it on first? Look, I'm nervous, okay? I've never worn a bikini in front of a man before. Let's not get carried away. Jake, protagonist here, is basically a child in military clothes, right? I've only worn it in front of Jong, and I don't like wearing it in front of her either. I mean, I can understand maybe being shied around a guy, but why your own sister? Because she always gets all the attention. I think someone may be a little jealous. Way to pick up on that, Detective Jake. Nothing gets by you. Worse than that, she always tells me they haven't grown at all. And by they, I of course mean the tulips in my garden. She's always mocking my tulip gardening skills as I'm trying on bathing suits. She's so rude. I keep trying to tell her there's more to a woman than breast size, but she just laughs. Well, okay, then there goes my fucking tulip theory right out the gate. God, she just comes right out and talks about titties right away. Whatever, man. The guys are always staring at her. Sometimes I wish they'd stare at me. I mean, not that I'd like that or anything. This might be the first time I've ever heard a woman say they wished guys would stare at her. Bro, you have not watched nearly enough anime, but fine, let's move on. Usually most women wish guys would stop staring. I guess it would be uncomfortable, but it does also kind of validate you in a way. This is a creepy conversation. Let's move on. Let's go get naked in an outhouse or something.
Speaking of uncomfortable, this sudden honesty from Eunji has me uncomfortable.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna go in first and get changed. Thank you. I am grateful for your understanding. Think nothing of it. I won't be long. Whoa, dude, I mean, you can't just tell her stuff like that, you know? Let her think that you're gonna be long, you know? When she finally sees it, you know what I mean?
I go inside the outhouse. The first thing I notice is it's frickin' dark inside.
Really, it's dark in a shack. Who would have guessed that?
You'd think I wouldn't be surprised at this, but I am an idiot, so... Considering the lack of updated infrastructure I've seen in Pyongyang, and the rest of the country. Yet here I am, creating a monologue at how annoyed I am at the lack of electricity. Why didn't the builders put a sky window in or something? Or someone could have requested an outhouse scene with a candle or torch. Hint, hint.
I feel like this isn't directed at the audience. This might be directed at a programmer or an artist or some shit.
Still, a few minutes later, I'm in my silkies and ready to hit the beach.
Who the fuck calls them silkies? I'll tell you who. Fucking weirdos. Don't call your bathing suit silkies. It's weird.
Now, do I play it cool for Miss Tsundere, or do I heat things up by giving her the gun show on exit? Well, a minimalist approach sometimes leaves the greatest impact, or so I've been told. I'm still skeptical about that. Since it was just some bullshit a congressman told us when it came to cutting Marine Corps funds, though. Oh yeah, you taxpayers complain every time the Marine Corps gets new uniform. But did you know we, the grunts, actually have to buy them with our own money? Yeah, that ain't bullshit. Anyway, no need to show off like those Navy flyboys.
Are you okay in there? You didn't fall in, did you? Dude, this outhouse barely fits a half-starved Korean worker. I don't think there'd even be enough room for me to sit down, let alone fall. Well, come on already, so I can get changed.
I guess that's my cue. I push open the door and slowly step out.
Ladies, I guess you're acceptable for an American capitalist. Well, that seems like a very bland reception. Just take the compliment. If you can even call it that. That was like a non-insult, basically.
Your face betrays you.
I have no idea what you're saying at all. Sorry, it's an idiom. Remind me again why I put up with you? Because of my dank bod, dude. You know you want someone as Jake, right? Deep down, you know I'm cute. Better be careful. If your ego inflates too much, you won't be able to get back into the outhouse to change. Yeah, and I mean, if it inflates past that, I may just float away across the border to Separatist Korea. Keep babbling, and you just might. I'm gonna go change now. Try not to miss me too much. Oh, I will try, but your charming personality will make that difficult, I'm sure. You know, I'll try, but your bubbly presence is like a beacon of light in the night. Wow, we had the same exact thought. Specifically a flashlight from another Marine going, Firewatch time, bitch. I don't know what that means. Maybe they're referring to Firewatch the game. That seems unlikely, and I don't know what a flashlight has to do with that. But sure, whatever. That was awful, and yet I've heard worse pickup lines.
With that, she walks in the outhouse and slams the door behind her. Pretty sure she's mumbling something about the stupid American outside as she changes. For someone who complained about me taking so long to get ready, Eunji hasn't exactly been the model of speed changing herself. It's been 10 minutes and I'm pretty sure she hasn't made a peep. Yeah, I'm the one taking too long.
You okay in there, Eunji? It's been like 10 minutes. I'm fine. I'm just taking my time, alright? Taking your time? Have you even changed into your swimsuit yet? Yes. Are you coming down with a sudden case of shyness? I already told you, I've never worn a swimsuit in front of a man before, so I'm a little nervous, okay? Would it help if I closed my eyes before you walk out? A little. And so I did, apparently. Wow. Okay, I've got my eyes closed. Come out and tell me to open them whenever you're ready. What if I'm never ready? Then you'll have to lead me around Pyongyang describing everything around the text box, like some sort of low-budget visual novel. Well, thank God we're not in one of those, right? But actually, I swear to God, if that's what the rest of this scene is, I'm gonna be super pissed. Oh my God. Okay, I'm coming out.
I hear the door open slowly, and her muffled footsteps coming out from the outhouse.
I think I'm okay. You can open them now. Okay, I'm coming out.
I hear the door open slowly, and her muffled footsteps coming out from the outhouse.
In case you've forgotten, our eyes are closed because Eunji was too shy to come out with our eyes open. I think I'm okay. You can open them now, hopefully referring to our eyes. Hey! She's pretty adorable. Do I look okay?
Okay. She's hotter than a Willy Pete shell going off in a crowded market square.
That is morbid as fuck, dude. Why would you say that?
Eunji looks fantastic, though. I mean, she's not as filled out as her sister.
Okay, that's not a classy thing to say.
But there's a little something for everyone in this game, you know?
Sure, why not? Whatever. I'm getting changed. Whoa, hold up, Eunji. Do not mistake my silence for disapproval. I was monologuing. I don't understand. That's because it doesn't make sense. Don't stress out about it. Eunji, you look great. You have literally nothing to worry about. And to be honest, I guarantee you the guys are staring at you. You just can't see them because they all drank invisibility potions before they came to the beach. Obviously. Again, I don't understand. Could you just speak plainly? Oh, he was doing like a funny joke because like they're in a video game and all the boys are like, oh, look, anime titties. Or I guess now she's like a fucking YouTube video person. And all the viewers are like anime titties, whatever. You get the joke. Sorry, I just mean you don't have anything to worry about. Thank you. I feel a lot better. I was worried I wasn't attractive. Yeah, you can put those thoughts to bed, dude. You are, though. I mean, maybe you need to lighten up on the tsundere routine. That's her whole thing. She can't let up on it. She has nothing left. That's all there is to her. Anyways, let's hit the beach.
We head over to the beach.
I thought we were already there, but fine. We walk over there.
I must admit, the ocean is exceptionally clean and blue here. Hope it stays that way. They could probably actually make money off tourism with this ocean. Well, if they ever got over the whole build nukes and piss off the entire world
thing. I don't think they ever will. That's kind of their, it's their one thing. If they got rid of that, there's literally nothing left.
I spread out the towels and put up the umbrella. It's then that I noticed we're forgetting something.
Hey, Eunji, did you bring any sunblock? No, I'm afraid we don't have any. Do you need it? I mean, I maybe don't, but you 100% do. You're pale as fuck. Dude, sunburns are no joking matter. Do you want to know how much of a tan I got after 9 months of deployment in the baking Afghan sun? If you're so worried, they may have some of that store over there. You know, you better lead the way. They might freak out if I go alone. If they don't shoot me first. Well, I can't have you being shot after being so nice to me about my swimsuit. I don't think they have sunscreen. They've got drinks. Lots of drinks. Like an inordinate amount of drinks.
Again, my hand is grabbed and I'm led to the store. Well, what's being passed as a store?
Bro, if they sell things, it's a store.
I'm pretty sure this store is state-run.
I think everything is state-run. It's like a communist country, yeah?
It's small, sparse, and the cashier is wearing an army uniform.
Yeah, it's almost certainly state-run in that case, you idiot.
Oh, and he's a rifle slung over his shoulder. Because, you know, what if you have to engage invading naval infantry in between shifts?
I suppose that's one way to discourage shoplifting. Always with the jokes. This shop was set up specifically to service foreign tourists. I'm gonna assume you mean serve foreign tourists, because service foreign tourists is a slightly different thing. But we can't be too careful with foreigners, so it needs protection. And maybe if you didn't confiscate t-shirts you deemed as anti-Korean propaganda, you wouldn't need state-run shops like this. Not sure how those two thoughts are related, but sure. Let's blame the state-run shops on confiscating t-shirts. I'm not having another discussion about us taking your t-shirt. Though I gotta admit, if you want to get foreigners spending money in your shops, confiscating half their stuff on the way in is certainly one way to do it. I'm gonna let that one slide, but only because you complimented my swimsuit. Let's just find the sunblock and go.
There's not a lot in this store, which means the selection leaves a lot to be desired.
Thank you for translating that into English again. I don't fucking know.
Just like everything else in this godforsaken country. There's only one bottle of sunblock. It appears to be past its sell-by date. It's only SPF 2.5 to boot. Well, beggars can't be choosers.
Why even bother with SPF 2.5? You might as well just rub some some water on your shirt and call it a day. I don't know why I said shirt. Why would you put sunblock on your shirt? Your shirt's not gonna get sunburned. Whatever, ignore me.
Literally. There's no choice here. I pick it up and pay the nice, heavily armed cashier and we're on our way back.
Just as a warning, this bottle won't survive the day. We're gonna have to reapply this early and often. Wow, our main protagonist is a fucking loser! Sorry, I don't mean to judge those of you out there who are, like, religious about their sunscreen, but I put sunscreen on once and then forget about it for, like, the rest of my life. I've only ever put sunscreen on once, and it was when I was 5 years old. I have not done it since. So yeah, anyone who puts on sunscreen more than once is a bitch. Yeah, I said it. We were all thinking it. How early and often do you think? I'd say about by the time we're done applying the first coat, it'll be past time for a new coat. Whatever. I'm gonna lay down and relax. Would you like me to apply the sunblock to your back? Is this some sort of excuse to get your hands on me? I mean, obviously, right? You know, typically it would, but right now I am actually just looking out for you, because I'm a good friend. And I suppose afterwards you'll want me to rub it on you? Nope. Well, I mean, obviously, I don't want sunburn either. Huh. I knew we should have gone indoor skiing. Is that a thing you guys have here? Maybe next trip. You'll be lucky if you even get another date, she says as she smiles at me. I'm getting some really mixed signals here.
Eunji turns around and lets me apply the sunblock to her back. In turn, she does the same to me. Afterwards, we finish slathering up and lay down under the umbrella on our towels.
Is it okay if we nap for a bit and then take a quick dip in the ocean? You know, for a date, it's so far been like 99% naps, which, I'm gonna be honest with you guys out there, that is my ideal date. We get together and we nap, and then we get somewhere else and then we nap there, and then we pack up there and we nap on the way to somewhere else where we then take another nap. It's a dream come true, really. And that sounds like fun, yeah, sure.
And with that, she smiles and closes her eyes. Guess I'll do the same.
Cool, more naps. Oh, J-kun, J-kun, you are in danger. That was my mysterious voice. It's the best I could do. Is this some sort of dream? Pretty much. Did I get the ominous voice thing right? I mean, this is alright, I guess. I've heard better.
Is this better, maggot?
I didn't think he would make an appearance in this game, but fucking here we are. Okay. Cool. I guess they take place in the same universe. That raises a lot of interesting implications, but sure, I'll allow it. Ah, Gunny, what the actual hell are you doing here?
Do not give me that shit, maggot! You are in danger, you limp-dicked fucknugget!
God damn it, Gunny, get out of my dreams! Oh, he did. Wow, that was oddly considerate of Gunny. Well, that was completely weird and unnecessary. Are you okay over there, Eunji?
Looking over, I notice Eunji is not there. Only then do I notice the splashing in the ocean. Looks like Eunji's having some fun swimming.
Well, I guess she does know how to have fun. Well, you know what they say, girls, they just want to have fun, you know? That's what all the kids are saying.
She glances my way and notes I'm awake and waves me over, so I head into the water. Kinda cold, but not too bad.
Glad to see you're awake. I was afraid you wouldn't get a chance to go swimming. How long was I out? About an hour or so. Unfortunately, the driver came and woke me up. Why just you? We have to head back soon. Glorious leaders put the whole country on high alert. If we don't get home before a certain time, we'll have to spend the night either at a hotel or we'll have to camp out somewhere. Oh my god, can we please camp on the beach? A, that would be so romantic. B, we could share a sleeping bag. C, that sounds fucking badass. D, I don't have a D. Oh god, I didn't just... Let's move on real quick. Sounds serious. What happened? Seems there's been a national emergency yet again. Oh, Eunji, she looks so sad. It appears the glorious leader has run out of imported French wines, and therefore we're under alert until the next shipment can come. I have a lot of questions about this, but I am gonna let literally all of them slide. I think this sentence speaks for itself. That does not seem to warrant martial law. Reports are incomplete, but glorious leader wouldn't institute such a drastic action unless it was justified. You know what? I guess I'll bury that gift deep in my big bag at the house. Yeah, I read that sentence a few more times and it still doesn't make sense. What in the fuck is he talking about? What does that mean? Why does it sound like a weird sex thing? Nobody should put anything deep in this character's bag. I'm just gonna come right out and say that. Huh? You know what? Nothing important. Let's carry on. Well, either way, let's not let that ruin our fun. We should swim around a little before changing and heading home. I can't believe Kim Jong-un is cock-blocking me. You know, I guess I should have assumed that would happen sometime in this game, but this is the first thing that's happened. Fucking asshole.
And with that, we splash around, have a couple swimming races, and generally have a good time. Or try to anyways. My tension at being in this country grows by the minute. Afterwards, we get changed and we're back in the car, heading for Pyongyang.
I wish we could have stayed a little longer. There's a nice little shrine in that area. I mean, we could go back, dude. I do have, like, 10 more days. I don't know how many days, but I'm guessing 10. We could have made a wish. Well, I mean, there are other ways to make a wish. Dandelions, falling stars, even the digits on a clock if you're in fucking middle school. One of those things doesn't sound like the others. Yeah, I know, falling stars, right? If you have a digital clock somewhere, you wait for the numbers to align to a time, like 11:11, and then you make a wish. I mean, I'll give it a try sometime, but would you mind letting me use your lap as a pillow again? I could use another nap. Bitch, that's your third nap today! What is wrong with you? Get some caffeine or something. Do some coke like an adult, dude. I mean, whatever. Fucking go for it, dude.
And with that, she lays her head down in my lap again, and we're heading home in the same way we went to the beach. I get the feeling the whole national emergency thing is just more propaganda.
Man, he really sees right through that bullshit. He must be a genius, or like a detective. He's got great intuition there.
To make sure the Korean populace knows who's really in control here.
As if anyone here is questioning that.
It really blows. The two people I've interacted with the most seem really nice. They deserve better than being on a false high alert. Looking up, I think I see the driver staring back at me in the rearview mirror. If he knows that I noticed, then he obviously doesn't care. Because he makes no motion to stop looking at me.
Bitch, eyes on the road, we're gonna crash and die!
I'm not sure what to make of it.
Oh, he wants this D. I see what's happening.
Maybe I'm just paranoid. And sleepy.
Let's go to Pueblo Town with Eunji. Hell yes.
Hidden amongst all the Korean named places stands a very, very odd name for a place in East Asia. I've gotta see what's behind this.
Probably like a chupacabra, right? I'm curious as to how a place called Pueblo ended up on a map of Korea. Care to explain? I can do better than that. I can show you. Get dressed and we'll go there. You know, I never actually said I wanted to go there. Too late, no take-backsies. We're gonna go, and that's final. That's take-backs, and I can't take anything back as I didn't ask in the first pla. You may as well give up. Going to Pueblo is one of Eunji's favorite tour destinations. If you don't go willingly, she'll just drag you there anyway. Can you give me the gist of what's there at least? It may be better to just let you go see for yourself. I don't want to spoil Eunji's fun. Eunji has fun outside of picking me up and tormenting her comrades? Of course she does. She also torments me. That's not tormenting, Jung. That's sisterly affection. Stealing my clothes and towel from the base's shower room and forcing me to chase you is not showing affection. I've only done that once. No, you've done it 11 times, and it wasn't funny or cute, even once. You know, I'd beg to differ on the cute part. See, even the American over there thinks it would be funny. No, he said cute, which means he's thinking of something rather dirty. Guilty as charged, comrade commissar. Ha, very funny. If you sassed your commander in the Korean People's Army, you'd be shot.
She's always so sarcastic.
What? I'm pretty sure you would actually be shot. What? Even my humor isn't bad enough to get me shot. I'd suggest you try it while we're out today and see where it gets you. Anyway, go get dressed while I call the driver. Ma'am, yes ma'am.
Well, time to take a quick shower and get dressed so that I can see what this big surprise is all about.
Didn't I already take a shower? I'm pretty sure that's how it started.
If Eunji's excited about it, I'm both curious and scared at the same time.
Excellent. Let's rock and roll. I'm ready to go to Pueblo Town.
Showered and clothed? Check. Wallet? Check. Cell phone? Fuck. I'm as ready as I'll ever be then.
Do all Americans take so long to get ready? What are you talking about, dude? I was gone all of like 10 minutes tops, including the shower. And you'd have been whipped 5 times for being 5 minutes over the limit. You mean to tell me you got ready in 5 minutes? Now that's surprising. Considering the state of your room, I'd imagine it'd take you at least that long to even find your shoes. Why is that? Don't Westerners get ready in 5 minutes? That's such a specific length of time. Hell no they don't. I mean shit, my sister takes 30 minutes just to put on her makeup, let alone pick out what to wear. Of course, then again, you do have an advantage in that you already know to wear your uniform. He does have a point. On days off, it does take me a couple extra minutes to pick between the 3 acceptable off-duty blouses I own. Yeah, you're pretty annoying that way. But still, 5 minutes? That doesn't Stop wasting time! The driver is waiting.
And with that, Eunji grasps my hand full force and drags me out the front door. What is it with these girls dragging me by the hand? Though I guess it beats her barking orders at me.
Stop dragging your toes! 1, 2, 1, 2! Okay, neat. Good times.
It's like she can read my mind. Scary, I tell ya. Once outside, I can see the car waiting. The driver's watching our approach, and I'm pretty sure he's snickering at Eunji dragging me around like an overstuffed rucksack.
You know, I can walk on my own, you know. Perhaps, but you don't seem capable of doing it in a timely manner.
Sometimes it's just not worth arguing with Eunji. I give her the raised eyebrow salute before hopping into the familiar backseat of the car.
To Pueblo, driver.
The driver grunts in response as he starts the engine up.
You know, it wouldn't kill you to say please to the poor guy. He does have to drive us to our destination, then sit around the car until we get back. Not necessarily. Glorious Leader might call for him in between. Anyway, he is a subordinate. It is not necessary to show courtesy to subordinates. They might start expecting it or something if you start doing that. You do realize you're not showing courtesy to the man who could literally drive us off a cliff or something, yeah? For Peach's sake, if it'll make you happy, I'll thank him. Thanks for driving us, comrade.
And for my effort, his response is the same damned grunt he gave before.
He said thanks. Can we talk about something else now? Sure. How about telling me what Pueblo is? Because I'm pretty sure it's not anything like the city in Colorado. Pueblo is a part of a museum in Pyongyang. A museum of the greatest importance to our national pride and history. Doesn't she hate museums? Wasn't that an established fucking thing? Sounds interesting. But why in the world would it be called Pueblo? That's a Spanish name, and the name of an Indian tribe in the US. Call me crazy, but I don't think your relatively sparse international ties include Spain or Indians. You aren't crazy. We didn't name it ourselves. Well, if you didn't name it, then who did? I don't know the name of the individual who named it, but I'm relatively certain he was a member of your government. I don't get it. Why would a member of our government name some part of a museum for Korea? He didn't name it for us. We got it named the way it was. What in the fuck does this even mean? This sentence doesn't make any goddamn sense. This is a garbage sentence. That's just a bunch of words. If you can't piece it together from that, you'll understand in about 10 minutes, and we're not far from our destination.
Gotta piece this together. Named by someone in American government. And it came to Korea named that way. That indicates we named it for ourselves and not for Korea's sake. Pueblo. Oh, fuck me. I think I know what this might be, and I do not like it.
This museum we're going to, it wouldn't happen to be related to military operations, would it? Of course it is. Why, yes, you do seem to be making progress. We're going to the Pyongyang Victorious War Museum. There's really only one branch of the United States military that plays such pomp and circumstance on naming individual vessels. You're taking me to see the Navy ship, the USS Pueblo to be precise. Maybe you aren't as dumb as I thought. You're precisely correct. The USS Pueblo serves as a symbol of one of our country's greatest victories over capitalist oppression. Well, maybe I can let some of my seaman buddies know how it's faring in captivity. Stop whining. The only reason we haven't scrapped it is because it's still commissioned. Wait. So the Navy still doesn't decommission the ship? I mean, if this really was some recent incident, I'd have heard about it. This ship must be pretty old. Why bother keeping a commission on it? I don't know why. At one point, there was a discussion of returning the ship to your country, but those talks fell through. Good luck trying to give it back when it's been turned into a museum. Who says I want our country to give it back?
Suddenly, I'm really not looking forward to this excursion.
Anyway, I guess I'll get to see your country's side of the events. The true side, yes.
The rest of the short car ride is completed in silence, though I'd say it was only comfortable silence for Eunji. I mean, yeah, the Marine Corps has a little bit of inter-service rivalry with the Navy, but in the end they're still brothers in arms, our family. The pervy uncle nobody talks about but still gets invited to Thanksgiving member of the family, to be sure, but still family. So I'm just a little pissed that one of their ships is being floated in some dumpy North Korean harbor as a tourist trap. Possibly a literal trap at that. This is not going to be an easy excursion. As I'm trying to figure out my marching orders for this date, my thoughts are scattered and I'm suddenly yanked from the car.
Enough daydreaming about my sister. We're here. You sure I wasn't daydreaming about you, baby?
That made her blush. Good, yes, excellent.
What? Why did you go and say something stupid like that? Of course you're dreaming of Jung. All guys do that. They never even look at me. You wouldn't happen to be jealous of Jung, would you? Of course not. I don't even care about...
As fun as this is, I do feel a little bad for Eunji. I should try and cheer her up some. It's obvious she has trouble connecting with people.
Yeah, it's because she fucking kicks him in the face all the time. Relax, Eunji. I wasn't daydreaming of Jung or even you. Believe it or not, guys do think of other things than girls from time to time. Is that true? Of course. Sometimes I think about food, too. I hate you. I don't believe you. You're too cute to truly hate anyone. Fundamentally untrue. I'm pretty sure she hates everyone. So, are we going to the museum or directly to the ship? I promised you the Pueblo, so we'll go there first.
She grabs my hand and starts leading me towards the harbor of the Botong River.
She grabs my hand and starts leading me towards the harbor of the Botong River. Sure enough, there's an old Navy ship moored there. However, it doesn't look like much of a combat vessel. It's because it's a museum. Even a marine like myself can tell the ship lacks any modern equipment. It's because it's old. It seems to only be armed with two... Medusas. Browning 50 cal machine guns in polite company. Okay, neat. Good talk, good shit. Impressive feat, capturing a Navy ship. I suppose capturing a combat ship from the second best Navy in the world is kind of an accomplishment. You think yours is the first best, right? I hate to rain on your poop deck, but that's not a combat ship. And just how would you know, Mr. Army Ranger boy? First off, I'm not a ranger, and I'm not even in the army. Secondly, I'm gonna skip that line. But look at some of the decks. They're too low. I don't know what that means. Getting close combat, the ship could be boarded easily, and the weaponry appears defensive at best. Well then, if it's not for combat, what was the ship used for? You know, I can't say for certain, but giving a guess, I'd say it started as a supply or cargo ship. The low decks would serve well for tossing stuff on and off. That's ridiculous! Why would a supply ship be stationed anywhere near Korean waters? South Korea? Hello? I don't know, I mean, when was it captured? January of 1968. Now it makes sense. You know, that's close to the Vietnam War era. A ship like this would have been adequate for reconnaissance missions. So it was meant to be a spy ship after all? Damn, I'd hoped that was just a rumor. Afraid not. If it was caught in the Pacific around Japan or Korea in 1968, it was likely attempting to gain info from radio frequencies. It wasn't Japan. American ship clearly violated Korean waters. You'll see when you get to the gallery. Before long, we're on board the Pueblo. While entering, I have to admit, they've kept the boat in pretty decent shape. Which is weird, you'd think they would have burned the fucker to the ground, right? They didn't repair any of the damage from the gunfire, but the outside is clean and the decks appear okay. I guess it could have been worse. Seems you kept the ship in decent shape. Of course we did. It wouldn't be much of a museum if it was in bad condition. As she drones on a bit about how the utmost care was taken by the Korean Navy to keep the ship in tip-top shape, I head over to the starboard side, which faces the water. Looking over gives a stark contrast to the clean facade one gets entering the ship. The starboard side is rustling over and shows no sign of repair in ages. Probably rusting over, not rustling over, but whatever. Not even a coat of paint to try and hide the contempt the Koreans feel for the vessel. Bastards. Hey, Eunji, your Navy does know there are two sides to a ship, right? Of course they do. Even I know that. The port and the starboard. What about it? Your port side looks fine, but it doesn't look like you've touched the starboard side since you acquired the ship. No one ever looks over there anyway. Leave it to you to be the one person to walk over and check the side no one cares about. Come on now. You said this was a symbol of one of your country's greatest victories. Couldn't you put a little effort into preserving it if it's so damned important? Nope, can't be bothered. Front looks good, inside is fine. Who cares about the backside? You've just offended ass men everywhere. I could not have said it better myself, thank you. Whatever. Are you coming to check the inside or what? There's art and photos as well as some of the materials the crew had left behind. Since most of the captured material has been declassified now, the Workers' Party has placed the original documents back in the code room. Great. It'd be kind of cool to see what the crew was trying to learn. Eunji wastes no time in grabbing my hand and dragging me into the inner portions of the ship. On the walls hang mostly paintings and a couple of pictures, each depicting a part of the Koreans' narrative of the events of 1968. Even just a cursory glance shows that their version of the story is dubious at best. Actually, that's probably doing the word dubious a disservice, since dubious implies a very small chance that there's truth being told. Most of what I see is a load of bullshit. Hey Eunji, do you really think the American ship situated itself right there just offshore of the mainland like this painting depicts? Of course, you brazen Americans think you can steal right in front of people. Well, our Navy showed you how we feel about spies in true Korea. Yeah, I'm sorry. We may be brazen, but we're not idiots. Sometimes. And why is the captain of the crew wearing just like his silkies and a wife beater while holding a half-empty bottle of Grand-style whiskey? Maybe that part isn't too far off the mark if Gunny's any example. But seriously, this painting over here depicts the crew playing shuffleboard. And if this ship was actually invading your coastline, wouldn't they have burned all the documents if they thought there was a chance of being captured? How should I know? If this is your country's idea of how the world's second best navy works, you aren't holding much of a standard for the rest of the world. Was Russia's navy a bunch of vodka-drinking bears and rowboats? Probably. She doesn't say anything as we walk over to where the very few photos are. In one is what looks like a bunch of Korean guys having fun playing poker. In another is what appears to be the command crew of the Pueblo in a group shot. Hey Eunji, this photo here appears to be a bunch of Koreans playing card games. What does that have to do with anything? Nothing, they just thought it was a really good picture, so they put it up. The ones in the middle are the Americans that were on this ship when we captured it. This photo shows them having a good time with our countrymen, and how well they were treated in captivity as negotiations ensued. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. I don't see any Americans in this picture at all. Yeah, we're a pretty big melting pot of different ethnicities, but there's no way we had that many Asian crew members back then. Hell, I don't even see any black guys in this photo. Not to be silly, but there's no way these are the actual crew members. Clearly you aren't looking hard enough. Those 6 in the middle are absolutely American. I don't think we're going to agree on this. I don't think we're going to agree on anything. Let's just broaden that out right away. There's nothing to agree to. Facts are facts, and that picture says 100 words. We really need to work on your slang. Really? Dropping the subject of why Korea thought it could pass off their Navy crew as ours, I turned to the group photo. That's amazing. A few of them sitting as a group, like part of an interview or something. Those guys actually look like an American crew, so this must be a propaganda photo. Looking closer, I noticed something about the crew members. Is it that they're flipping off the camera? Something that they're doing changes my opinion on at least these sailors. Those glorious bastards. Way to go, boys. This Marine salutes you absolute madmen. What are you rambling on about now? Look at the sailors in this photo. See how they've all stationed their hands, their middle fingers are extended towards the camera? Pure gold. Oh, you mean the Hawaiian good luck sign? Yeah, the sailors said they were treated so well, they wanted to extend well wishes to our Navy members. After all, they knew what they did was wrong, but it wasn't their fault. Orders are orders, right? Better and better! It appears the Koreans, at least at the time, had no idea the sailors were telling them to fuck off in secret. I'm really glad we broke that down because it was a little too subtle for me a second ago. And even if they found out, they're still telling new generations of military members the Americans lie to prevent embarrassment. I'm tempted to crush this misconception, but then playing along with it might be entertaining as well. The Detroit Salute? That might be the best name for that I've ever heard, but obviously we're just going to play along. I'd say I'd end up going to hell if I were to play along with this government-sponsored fallacy. However, I figure North Korea is probably close to the first stage of hell anyway, so why miss it by inches, you know? It's been a long time since that hand gesture was used by Americans, but back during the 60s and 70s, it was really popular. Maybe I misjudged you Americans. It couldn't have been pleasant for the sailors to be stuck in a foreign land for months on end. But they made the best of it, and even offered good wishes to their hosts. Hosts, right, yeah, hosts, yes. Anyway, hand signals have been pretty popular at different times in American history. It's well known that Ben Franklin gave the first thumbs up after he was made Postmaster General of the United States. Wow, I didn't know Ben Franklin invented the thumbs up. That's amazing. Any hand signals being used today? I mean, of course, I'll show you a couple. I split my fingers so the pointer and middle fingers are apart in a V shape. Uh-oh. That's pretty dexterous of you to do that. What does it mean? Really? That takes a lot of dexterity? I feel like anyone can fucking do that. We kind of stole this one from the Brits and gave it our own meaning. If you show it to someone, it means you wish them well. Isn't that true? It's kind of a peace sign. It was popular with a lot of bands back in the 60s. I thought we were gonna fuck with her. This isn't fun at all. Got any more? Nah, I mean, the Hawaiian good luck sign's probably all you'll ever need if you visit me back home. That's almost certainly true. Great. Let's go to the artifacts and documents then. Eunji nods and then leads the way to the code room. Wow, it looks very similar to the other room we were just in. We enter into the code room of the Pueblo. In doing so, it's like we stepped back into the 60s. Ooh! It's like a time machine. There's a broken blacklight on the floor and several accompanying posters of the Doors on the wall. Amazing. There's some pinup girl posters as well. It looks like someone took a marker and drew clothing over the naughty bits. I somehow doubt it was one of the original sailors who did that. And I think I see an old lava lamp on one of the tables as well. If those Navy guys were really in their own little world, this is Korea's anti-American Navy propaganda at work. I'm not sure which it is, though. This was the main room where the sailors would attempt to capture Korean government secrets. They attempted to destroy the evidence before they were boarded, but only succeeded partway. What was seized by our sailors was taken and immediately put into a vault, and has only just been released to place back in here for viewing. It's over there on the counter. Great, I guess I'll look and see what our boys were trying to find out back in '68. I head over to where Eunji pointed and start rifling through a small pile of documents and binders. There really doesn't appear to be anything too incriminating upon first glance. Mostly coordinates of where the ship was at what time and date. Various data on sea and wind conditions. There's a small amount of data on the original leader included, but nothing that likely wasn't already public knowledge. Okay, I mean, maybe the scribble about him having a pathetically small Johnson wasn't public knowledge. But I'm guessing a sailor wrote that in before getting captured as a bit of defiance. There's also a familiar-looking green binder. It's old and discolored, but it's definitely something you could pick up at the post exchange. Guess they haven't updated that model in a few decades or so. I wonder what's inside. Flipping through, I can't help but laugh. I'm not sure why you find material of your country spying on us funny. Care to tell me what you find so amusing? This binder doesn't have anything to do with Korea at all. She comes over and takes a look at the contents. Of course it is! Look at all those X's and O's and diagrams. Clearly this is a war journal the Navy intended to use to attack Korea. They're playing fucking tic-tac-toe. More like this is a war journal that the United States Army intended to use to attack the United States Navy. I don't understand what you mean. Why would your army attack your navy? Oh, it's like a football diagram or something. Yep. This war journal is an army playbook from the 1967 football team. No wonder Navy won that year. They had the playbook and could formulate a defense against the Army's offense. You mean to tell me this is a dumb playbook for your lame American version of football? I mean, yeah, pretty much. Guess this is one way to hide the theft. Stick the playbook on a ship out in the Pacific. You know, you could probably get a small fortune selling this to a collector. This place is starting to lose some of its luster. Can we go home soon? I meander around a little bit more, but there's nothing here that's all that damning. I probably could have done without having seen a crew member's molding silkies in one glass case, though. Ew, why would you keep that? We did get a late start. How soon will the driver be here? I'll text him and find out. She does so, and a few minutes later her phone vibrates in response. He said it would be about 30 minutes. I gotta say something, but my stomach rumbles before I get any words out. Sounds like you're hungry. I mean, yeah, I guess so. Where can we grab any grub around here? There's a meat on a stick cart outside where we arrived. It's not seasoned all that well, but it's cooked properly and should tide us over until we get home. Lead the way, Eunji. Cool, let's go eat meat on a stick. I'm so excited. She smiles and grabs my hand, leading me back to where we were dropped off. Sure enough, there's a food cart there, offering meat on a stick. Wow, she didn't just make that up. This may be the first place I've been that doesn't offer kimchi as a dish. I order a couple sticks and hand one to Eunji. You didn't have to pay for mine. I can buy my own, you know. I wanted to, okay? Chill, dude. I don't quite understand, but thank you. We eat our meat in silence. When finished, Eunji turns to me and breathes deeply before speaking. I'm sorry if you were uncomfortable with today's date. I know it can't be easy seeing a symbol of your country sitting captured in foreign waters. I mean, it does suck a little, but hey, it's just the Navy's old boat, and I mean, fuck 'em, right? I still had fun. I'm glad to hear it. I had a good time as well. Eunji blushes and makes a rough attempt at speaking in English. Please don't make me do it. Your meat is very good, thank you. Ah, Christ, I hate it when she does that. I can't help but laugh and smile at her. For all her insults and jabs, she's not that bad. No problem, Eunji. She smiles and closes her eyes. Minutes later, our driver arrives and we get in the back seat. And a few minutes later, Eunji's eyes are closed and she's resting her head on my chest. I think these girls have narcolepsy or something. Or maybe I'm just comfortable to them? Beats me. Guess I'll nap until we get home too. Or they just want an excuse to not draw any more fucking car ride scenes. Alright, here we are. We're back in our room after the hot springs and Eunji comes a knocking on our door. Here she is. So, I thought I'd come see what you were up to. Still roughly around 6'1" or so. I don't think I'll get any more growth spurts. Oh, look at that. He's a fucking jokester. Why do you always come back at me with the lamest jokes? Do you enjoy teasing me so much? If that doesn't scream not in the mood for dad jokes, I don't know what does. Sorry, you're kind of fun to tease. Which is a good thing. Guys tend to tease girls they enjoy being around. Yeah, you enjoy being around me? Well, I mean, yeah, sure. Why wouldn't I? Because I'm always saying mean things to you and acting like I don't like you. Oh, that's an act? Yay. I never thought you really meant most of it. You seem to have a hard time expressing yourself. Plus, you just sold yourself out, dude. Acting like I don't like you implies that you do, in fact, like me. Huh, maybe I misspoke. I'm having a hard time reading Eunji. Well, even harder than normal. She seems to be struggling to not fall back on her usual tsundere routine. Is something the matter? You can talk to me if you want. I promise I'll listen. I guess it's never been easy for me to say what I'm thinking. I've always been in my sister's shadow. And at the same time, I feel embarrassed for thinking that way, but still. It's her ease in picking up English, the way guys look at her. I guess I just feel inferior to her no matter what I do. The only thing I claim to be better at her would be shooting. I'm not sure why you would feel inferior. You're your own person and cute in your own way. I am not cute. Stop that. You are cute, dude. Why don't you ever take a compliment from me? How am I supposed to tell you how much I like you when you won't even let me tell you you're cute? Wait, what am I admitting right now? Did I just tell Eunji I liked her? Hello? What year is this? Well, I like you too. I mean, wait, no, I won't stop myself this time. Whoa, hello. I love you, Eunji Lover 69. That was a good name, I'm glad I chose that. She's sincere. This is coming right from her heart. She deserves a truthful answer in return. Oh my god, I love you too, Eunji. Oh, this is so cute. I'll leave you to go hit on Wait, did you just tell me you loved me too? Yeah, that happened. That was real. You're not teasing me, right? Please, please tell me you aren't. My heart can't take that kind of teasing. I don't tease about important things like this. You're fun to be around. And I've fallen head over heels for you. Oh god, I die. Oof! Eunji pulled her uniform off in a flash. Hello! What? As if to make sure it's real, she's tackle-hugged me to the bed and is showering me with kisses. Wow, this really got out of hand really fast. I'm trying my best to return them, but she's peppering me with them like a machine gun. Hey, mind if I... Why am I coughing? What the fuck? What is she doing to me? You mind if I get a chance to breathe, though? Eunji rolls around, leaving me above her as I regain my breath. Remember a couple of nights ago when you helped me with English? Yeah, sure, I remember, but what does that have to do with here and now? I want to learn one more word. What other... Whoa! What sort of tour guide would I be if I didn't give you the best Korea has to offer? Did you just say something flirty? You might want to get used to it. I'm claiming you as mine, you know. No sharing with the people then, huh? Of course not. I'm more equal than the rest of the populace, and I don't share. Well, alright then. Neat. I've heard about taking sailors shore leave to get a little action, but this is entirely different. I'm in love with the girl and she's in love with me, and I can't leave her behind after Shore leaves over. The question is, how do I go about making this happen more in the future? I'm due to leave here in another day, and I doubt she can just waltz out with me. Eunji's actually fallen asleep on top of me like a cat. I'm not complaining, but it may make going to the bathroom a tad difficult. Maybe I should rest up as well, in case round 2's on the way. Good thinking, boss. I think I heard someone moving. Must be John going to the bathroom. I guess I'll get that shut-eye then. Wait, Jung came in here. Hello. This just got a lot weirder. Hi, Jung. Fancy running into you here. Well, it is my own bedroom, you know. And here you went and deflowered my little sister on my bed. Pretty nervy of you. I love it. Yeah, sorry about that. Things got a little carried away there, and I wasn't thinking with my head. Oh, I do believe you were thinking with your head, just not the one that contains your brain. But it's okay. This is what I'd hoped for. You do seem to be playing matchmaker at times, didn't you? I must admit, you're pretty cute. I might have to lock Eunji in a closet and have my way with you myself. Easy there, Jung. I don't think Eunji would allow that. She would literally kill both of us. Relax, I was merely teasing. However, I'm afraid I do have something for you here I'm not teasing you about. In the moonlight, I think I see something shining. Is that a needle? Spoiler alert, yes it is. There's a certain appearance that our leader needs you to feign. For the sake of our mission, this way seems easiest. Whatever you're about to do, we don't have to do this. We can talk about this. Let's talk this out. I'm afraid I do, but don't worry. This won't kill you. I mean, probably. With that, she gently injects me with the needle. Well, at least she was gentle, right? This will just make you go to sleep for a while, but not permanently. But why? What did I do? Damn, it's full of stars. Sleepy, sleepy stars. That doesn't make a lot of sense. You only put in the recommended dose, right? Yes, of course I did. I mean, maybe. Help me dress him and let's get him to the rendezvous point. Can I borrow him for one night, please? I'll pretend I didn't hear that. Let's move. Ugh, so groggy. Feels like I've been on a 3-day rager while on shore leave, and I'm just barely sobering up. Eyelids are so heavy. I need to take stock of my surroundings, though. Ah, good times. I love this room. Oh god, oh man, that light's barely on. It feels like the inferno of 1,000 suns. Whatever they stuck me with is giving me the world's worst hangover. After a few moments more, things start to come into view. Not that there's much to see, honestly. I'm in the plainest, emptiest room I've ever been in. The only things I can barely make out are a single door and an occupied chair at the very end of the room. And from the silhouette of the figure occupying the chair, I know it's not one of the girls. Too masculine looking to be Jung or Eunji. I wonder where those two are. I'd like an explanation as to why they felt the need to drug me and drag me to God knows where.
I see you've rejoined the conscious world. Undoubtedly you have questions. I'll try my best to guide you, though time is short.
That voice, I recognize it. I've only heard it a few times since being in Korea, but it's one of the three I recognize. I know you. You're our driver. Where am I?
I'm glad the drug didn't dull your senses too much. Yes, I've been driving you around Korea this week. My name is Nankong Kwangjo, and I'm the father of both Jung and Eunji. Thank you for accompanying them these past few days, for you have given me hope.
Hope? You mean I'm not gonna die?
Not at my hands, no, and ideally not at all.
I mean, we all die. I hate to break that to you.
Regardless, I've put you in danger by bringing you here to Korea and associating you with my daughters.
How? How is that?
I am, as you would say, a dead man walking, as are my girls.
You know, my sight's not quite back yet, and it's pretty dark in here, but you sound pretty healthy, and Jung and Eunji are both quite healthy.
It's not like that, Eunji Lover 69. How much do you really know about the Democratic People's Republic of Korea?
Honestly, no, not much. Considering I fell for your line saying Pyongyang was a suburban part of Seoul, you probably have a good idea about my lack of awareness.
North Korea's a bloody dictatorship. Pick your poison. Our leader's made out to be a demagogue, and the one political party we have has a death grip on the nation. You've seen the results around here in your visit. Since assuming leadership of the country, Glorious Leader is suspected of executing at least 70 people. Most of them potential political opponents and their families. It appears I have made the list as well.
Are you telling me you're going to be the target of a political execution mandated by the Glorious Leader? That's literally exactly what he said. That is nuts. I mean, our leaders are pretty annoying, but at least Hillary and Donald didn't kill each other's families and associates. I mean, not yet anyways.
They've already poisoned my wife to death. It's only a matter of time before they come for me and the girls. That's why I made a plan ahead of time. One to at least maybe save my girls.
It hits me just now. You're the one who invited me to Korea while playing Panzermädels online, aren't you?
I pitched it as an idea to the party, to lure an American soldier over and try to create an international incident. In reality, I want you to meet my daughters and, hopefully, fall in love with Eunji, my youngest. That part must have worked, seeing as you're sitting here right now.
I mean, yeah, in a roundabout sort of way, Eunji and I have confessed our mutual love of each other.
My precious youngest girl. I'm happy she's managed to express her feelings. Problem is, I'm not sure how to go about getting you out of the country.
Well, that would be a pretty big obstacle, actually.
The brass are leaning on me to turn you over soon on any charge I can trump up. My plan was to send you and the girls to the United States Embassy in Pyongyang, but that's a no-go.
You know, if I had to guess, relations with the USA have been so sour for so long, we don't even have an embassy in Pyongyang, do we?
No, you don't. I really should have made sure of that little fact before springing this plan.
You're not very smart, are you, dude?
It appears Sweden is the protective power for the United States and North Korea.
Yeah, that's a big gaping hole in the plan there. Sweden might take me and send me back to the United States. You know, maybe. But there's no way they're going to get involved with sheltering 2 North Korean citizens, who are part of their people's army, no less.
I'm well aware of that. However, I do have a backup plan in place.
He stands up, but I still can't make out anything of his face. He walks over to the door and opens it. Slowly, both Eunji and Jung walk in. Ladies, hello!
Be strong, girls. This ordeal will be over soon.
Father, I can't leave you here to face your death on your own. Please reconsider coming with us.
You know I can't.
But Appa, I can't leave you here to die.
My precious daughter, I wouldn't survive the trip. Though I built up a tolerance to the poisons our country uses, I'm not immune. Even if I survived sneaking back into the shipyard one more time, I would perish on the journey. It is enough to know my girls lived on, safe and away from this godforsaken country.
He's shaking, literally, and crying along with them. I feel like I'm gonna cry myself. This will be the last time this father gets to hold his children and tell them that he loves them. Oh, parents will attempt the impossible for their children. This man's trying to avoid the needless and senseless death of his daughters. For my budding relationship with Eunji, for the love she bears for Jong, I must help him. Sir, what are my marching orders? This isn't an army game, Eunji Lover 69. This is deadly serious. I'm just gonna let that sentence speak for itself. You think I don't know that, Eunji? This man's trying to ensure the 2 most precious beings on the planet to him don't die in a tragically stupid fashion. I handle problems best when I compartmentalize them in a military sense. So, I need to know his plan, our marching orders, so I can help him achieve his final wish.
You have my gratitude, son. There's little time, so listen closely. We're in Nampo, a port city south of Pyongyang on the Tangdong River leading into the Yellow Sea. There's a large order of garments being exported from here today. It took a long time for them to finish the final batch, but it's a large enough shipment to put in a large metal shipping container. It's ventilated, as they don't want the garments to grow musty in a closed container, so you'll be able to breathe.
Don't like this plan so far.
I've been slowly hiding rations and other vital items in the bins. You should be fine for food and water if you go easy on the supplies.
So we're smuggling ourselves out by trade ship then?
It was the only solution that came to mind. However, I don't know where the ship is heading. Likely China, however it could be anywhere from Europe to South America.
That's a lot of options, actually. That's a pretty long trip. What are we gonna do about needing to use the facilities?
There are a few buckets hidden in the clothing as well.
I'm gonna vomit.
You'll have to sneak out and empty them overboard at night to avoid the smell lingering. The container does open from the inside as well, as a safety precaution.
Understood. How much time do we have?
Precious little. I believe there are already authorities here in Nampo looking to apprehend all of us. You'll need to find container DPRK 24601.
Is 24601 a reference to Les Mis? I don't know that opera very well, but I feel like that was like Jean Valjean's prisoner number? I don't know, I'll fucking Google it later. Yep, can confirm. That was Jean Valjean's prisoner number. I just googled it. Good shit, good shit.
It's on the ship called Destiny Favors Glorious Leader. One of the girls can point it out.
Well, that's an overinflated name if I've ever heard one. I'll wait outside the door so you three can say your goodbyes.
I am grateful. Please, do all you can to get them to America. Get them to safety.
I don't say anything, but give him a knowing nod and a salute. I think if I tried to talk, I'd just end up crying.
I can't do that right now. I need to be on my game.
A few minutes later, the girls come out, their eyes full of tears. Not that I blame them. They will never see him again. If we fail, we're dead. If we succeed, doesn't matter because we can't go back. And he'll be dead. This is 50 Shades of fucked up. What a great line from a great film. I have to keep it together and be strong for them. I have an unspoken promise to keep. Let's go. I don't know what you mean by unspoken promise. Pretty sure we just made that promise, like out loud in an out loud fashion. It's just a spoken promise. Just a promise, you might say. The girls just nod and follow me out of the building. Oh god, Slender Man's gonna get us. Doesn't look like the shipyard's too far from here. Which is good, because as we left the building to head that way, I saw some People's Army soldiers heading right for the building we just left. They didn't notice us, though. We need to get to that shipyard quickly, and without being seen. Any ideas? Our best bet might be walking on the path over there. We can try to sneak through the forest as best we can, and the trees may provide some cover. It's too dangerous to take the main road. Understood. Let's walk at a brisk pace. As we head over to the walking path, I quickly check my pockets. They put my wallet in, as well as my keys. Oh, and that crappy excuse for a cell phone. They put that in my pockets, too. I hope it's turned off. I need to save the juice for when we reach our destination. I tried to put all the essentials back in your pockets when we dressed you. But the rest of your stuff is back at our place, probably confiscated by now. Well, I mean, on the plus side, they can't hold that Tokyo Hotel Band t-shirt against me. They both giggle a little at that memory. Good. They need something to get through this. We're making good progress. I haven't seen too many People's Army members patrolling the walking path, and we're able to avoid the attention of the few that are. If we can keep this up for 10 more minutes, we should get there. This is going too well. Are you trying to jinx this? What in the world are you talking about? Just a stupid superstition. Don't worry about it. With that, we move again along in silence. So far, Eunji's comment has not jinxed us yet. We're almost at the harbor now. Just as we're getting to the closer, a lone People's Army member appears. He halts us and speaks in Korean in a harsh tone.
Civilians are not allowed here! Who is this guy, a tourist? Where is your group and minder?
I'm sweating bullets here. We need to do something fast or we'll all be wearing bullets. We are his minders. We wanted to see the area up close.
You lie. You are not in uniform. Are you here on a sabotage mission? Stay put while I put in a call to the commander.
Screw that. Amazing. Kapow.
You must defeat Gunny to stand a chance against me.
What? Dear God, you jabbed out his eyes? I knew that MC map move would come in handy one day. You'll have plenty of time to explain what the hell that was once we secure ourselves on the ship. I drag the blind and unconscious army member and hide him in a nearby tool shed. We should be long gone before he comes to. Let's move. Jung, lead the way. Good work, boys. Doesn't take long and Jung has us looking at the ship. With all the hustle and bustle getting the thing out of the port, we're able to sneak aboard. There, container DPRK 24601. Just as we sit inside the metal container, I can't help but compare myself to Jean Valjean right about now. Well, look, a fucking reference. Who would have guessed that one? Hey, just because I'm Marine Corps doesn't mean I have time between crayon eating to read some classic literature. We close the door and lock it behind us. There's some light coming in through the vents, enough so we can rummage for stuff when we need it. We head towards the far back and settle in for our trip. I hope we experience it in real time. Oh wow, this is roomy. Guys? I have to pee. Let's scrounge for one of those buckets, Eunji. I thought there would be garments in here. This thing's fucking empty. This is pretty much how time goes. We scrounge for the food and water that Kwang Jo left us. We sleep. We try to entertain each other. Try to bolster their spirits about going to the west. There's this cool place called Las Vegas where you can spend all day ignoring the natural desert beauty, and instead stay inside dropping quarters into slot machines while drinking free booze. They tell me stories about their parents. I think it's cathartic for them. In general, we just try to keep ourselves from going bonkers from being locked up in a shipping container out at sea. Fortunately, At least none of us got seasick. Finally, after who knows how many days, there are people walking around the container. They seem to be somewhat distressed. What's more, the container's getting lifted into the air, likely by a crane. Oh, or maybe fucking Superman's here and lifting the container, who knows? Did you catch any of what they just said? The Korean said something about not being behind on the shipment. I can't make out what any of the other people said, as I don't know what language they're speaking. Did you happen to hear the Koreans mention where we are? I think I heard someone say welcome to Duras when we arrived in port. Damn, I know that's in Europe, but I can't recall where. That does explain why we were on the ship for so long, though. It felt like we were in the air there for a bit, so I think we're not on the ship anymore. Must be on a cargo truck heading somewhere. I'm afraid I didn't catch where the truck is heading. I mean, I guess we'll find out when we get there. We should change back into our uniforms, so we can officially surrender our citizenship at the nearest embassy. We're from North Korea, after all. Not much else is said as the truck rumbles along the road for hours. We do have one interesting conversation on the ride, though. Mostly I tell them about the West, though. I mostly tell them how nice it is. Beautiful scenery, friendly people, opportunity. I probably sounded like a commercial, but they sound excited at least. Finally, we appear to be pulling into somewhere to stop. I wait a few minutes to make sure before peeking out of the box. The coast is clear, let's hop out. We get out of the box to stretch our legs in the sun. Finally, taking a good look around, I notice that wherever we are, it looks like a damned war zone. There's a lot wrong with this scene right now. Number one, I'm fucking blonde? Number two, what the fuck is this music? Literally, I think I see damage from mortar shellings in the buildings around us. The air doesn't smell so good as well. Can you make out where we are at all? I glance around trying to find a marker. Not too far down flies a flag over a building. A red flag with a black bird. Bad news and more bad news. Wonderful. And what would that be? Welcome to Albania. This is the West? Wow, the West sucks. Even Pyongyang didn't look quite this bad. You think this is bad? Wait until we get home to Detroit. Is this how the game ends? That's the ending? Oh, fuck you! That was fucking terrible! Oh my god, that was so Garbo Town. Oh my god, whatever, dude. But, okay, cool. I guess that's the Eunji ending. Shit, okay, whatever. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate if you like that. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And be sure to tune in next week for something else, I guess. I'll see you guys then.